So you want to be fluent in English, right? But there's this one thought that keeps getting in the way. My grammar is just too weak. Well, today, we're going to tear down that wall. We're going to look at why this feeling is holding you back, and more importantly, how to break free from it for good.
What is this big, million-dollar question? And there it is. It's not really a question, is it? It's more like a verdict we pass on ourselves. It's this mental block that just paralyzes so many of us. We see our weak grammar as this giant, unclimbable wall standing between us and fluency. But what if I told you we have a ladder? Let's get you over it.
Okay, here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about something called the grammar anxiety trap. Then, and this is a big one, we'll look at two different kinds of grammar. After that, I've got 3 simple, powerful strategies for you, and we'll wrap it all up with a totally new mindset that's going to change how you see fluency.
So, what exactly is this grammar anxiety trap? Well, it's this vicious cycle, right? You want to speak, but you think, oh, my grammar isn't perfect. So you tell yourself, I'll just learn all the rules first and then I'll speak. Here's the catch. There are hundreds of rules. That day of perfection never actually arrives. So you never start speaking. It's a loop that gets you absolutely nowhere.
Now, this next part, this is the idea that's going to break that cycle. You have to understand that not all grammar is the same. There are 2 kinds. And chances are you've been pouring all your energy into the wrong one for your goal, which is actually speaking fluently.
Look at this. On one side, you have academic grammar. This is what you need for school, for exams. It's all about rules, 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 and the goal is to be perfect. But then on the other side, you have communicative grammar. This is for real life, for talking to people. Here, the focus isn't on perfection, it's on clarity, it's on connection. If you want to be fluent, you need to stop living on the left side and move over to the right.
Okay, so how do we actually practice this communicative grammar? Well, our first strategy has a kind of quirky name, the GenZ Method. But trust me, it's a seriously powerful way of learning that flips that old, dusty textbook model completely upside down.
Just think about how we all learned to use AI, right? Did you read a bunch of textbooks about large language models before you ever tried ChatGPT? No way. You heard about it, you jumped in, you played with it, and you got better just by using it. That's the GenZ method. So let's apply that to grammar. Don't wait to be perfect. Pick one little grammar concept you're shaky on and just try to use it in a sentence today. That's it. You're doing it.
I love this way of thinking about it. Imagine you're on a long road trip to Fluencyville. Grammar isn't the driver. It's just one of your friends in the car. You've also got vocabulary, pronunciation, and confidence along for the ride. You don't need to have a perfect relationship with every single one of them to have a great trip. Just hang out with grammar a little bit, and you'll get to know each other better over time.
All right, strategy number 2. This one is all about picking your battles. Because when it comes to communication, there's a war going on. And the ultimate showdown is grammar versus clarity. So, who should you bet on?
Let's make this super real. Picture this. You're in a job interview. It's the one you really want. What do you think is actually more likely to make them say no? Making a couple of small grammar mistakes, or just not being able to clearly explain who you are and what you can do?
This is a direct quote. It's feedback that was given to a job applicant named Sahil after he got rejected from 3 interviews in a row. The HR manager told him, "Look, your skills are great, but we just couldn't understand what you were trying to tell us." It wasn't his grammar that cost him the job, it was his lack of clarity. That is a total game changer, isn't it?
So what's the benchmark then? How accurate do you have to be? 100%? 90? No, not even close. You only need to be about 70% accurate to be understood clearly. That 30% gap, that's your breathing room. That's your permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to still be a fantastic communicator.
And honestly, here's a little secret. Native speakers are not perfect. Listen closely the next time you're watching a movie or talking to a friend. You'll hear them mess up all the time. The real difference isn't that their grammar is flawless. It's that they speak with confidence and they care more about being clear than being perfect. They just keep the conversation going.
Okay, on to our final strategy. This one's all about making your practice time actually count. You know the old way of learning grammar, right? Chapter 1, prepositions. Chapter 2, articles. It just doesn't work because it has nothing to do with real life. So when you actually have to talk, your brain just freezes. So instead of that, learn with context. You want to get better at the past tense? Don't fill out a worksheet. Talk about your childhood memories. You need to master the present tense? Easy. Describe your daily routine out loud. And for the future tense, just talk about what you're going to do this weekend. See? This way, you're not just memorizing rules.
You're actually using language to connect.
So let's pull all this together. It's time for a new mindset. The whole point of learning a language isn't to get a perfect score on a test. The point is to connect with another human being, to share your ideas, to hear their stories, to be understood. Perfection is the enemy of that connection.
So here it is, your new fluency mindset. 5 simple pillars. 1. Try it before you feel ready. 2. Always choose clarity over correctness. 3. Remember, context is everything. 4. Know that making mistakes is not just okay, it's normal. And 5. Your only real goal is just to be understood.
And that brings us to the end. But really, it's a beginning. Let's make this real, right now. Don't wait. What is one single idea, one story from your day, one opinion you have that you can explain to someone today? And when you do it, make your only goal this, for them to understand you. Forget perfect grammar, just connect. That single conversation, that's where your real journey to fluency begins.